Here stands one of the most haunted locations in Europe, with poltergeist activity so frequent and so violent it is renowned throughout the world. This is 30 East Drive. It was the summer of 1966 when Joe and Jean Pritchard moved in here with their two children, Philip and Diane. Strange things started to happen in the house within weeks of settling in. Mysterious white dust was spotted coming from the ceiling. Green slime oozed from the taps. Lights would turn themselves on and off, and pools of water would form on the floors, with all attempts to clean them being unsuccessful, as they would just reappear, sometimes right before the new occupants' very eyes. The longer the Pritchards tried to ignore the inexplicable events, the more active the house seemed to become. Objects would levitate and move around the house, as well as items getting thrown. They would go to bed at night listening to their cupboards shaking violently, and wake up to find their pictures had been slashed with a blade. One night, Joe and Jean woke up startled to see a dark, hooded figure stood at the end of their bed watching them, before vanishing in front of their eyes. They both claimed this figure looked to be dressed like a monk. It would later be witnessed by the whole family, the police force, and even the local MP. Sadly for the Pritchards, things were about to take a much darker and much more sinister turn for the worse. Unsure of what to do, the family decided in 1968 to get the press involved, who quickly dubbed the ghost Mr. Nobody. However, the family simply called him Fred. Desperate to find a way of getting rid of the entity in the house, it was decided to try an exorcism. This failed repeatedly and seemed to aggravate Fred. During these attempts, the walls would seep holy water. People were pushed down the staircase and punched and slapped. But possibly the most terrifying experience of all was the invisible hands wearing a pair of fur gloves that appeared out of the wall, pretending to conduct one of the Christian hymns aimed at ridding the house of this so-called Mr. Nobody. Things reached their climax not long after this, when the poltergeist seemed to become increasingly violent. Unexplainable bruises and cuts became common, and the entity started to take a particular interest in the Pritchard's daughter Diane. The final straw for the family came when the unseen hands dragged Diane up the stairs, screaming and kicking. When Diane was rescued, finally calmed down and checked over, very clear hand marks were seen around her throat. Shortly after this, the Pritchard family left 30 East Drive. The house has remained empty up until present day.
One of the most active areas in this house is still reported to be this bedroom that I'm currently laying in. This bedroom used to be Diane's bedroom, the young daughter of the Pritchard family. Now, it's on this bed, which I was currently laying, that still to this day actually gets destroyed many, many times. There's a presence in this house which destroys the bed, and all the objects get thrown around in this room. It's not the only room where this happens. Many of the other bedrooms have their own accounts of stories, and the furniture in one of the bedrooms also has been seen being thrown out of the top window and landing on the lawn beneath. I'm stood inside the coal bunker at 30 East Drive, and it's inside this coal bunker where Joe Pritchard had an experience of his own which stayed with him for the rest of his life. Whilst Joe was in this coal bunker, the door behind him slammed shut, locked itself, and then when he looked, a figure started to manifest right before his very own eyes. After he saw that, Joe wasn't quite the same ever again. Now it's here tonight where I'll be returning all by myself, and I'll be doing a lone vigil later, in the hope to see exactly what Joe once did.
Here are the 4 locked off cameras we'll be using throughout tonight's investigation. Camera 1 has our trigger object to Savannah and a K2 meter on the stairs. Camera 2 is set up in Diane's bedroom, pointing at the bed that often gets smashed. Camera 3 is in the main bedroom where an apparition of a monk has been spotted appearing by the bed. And camera 4 is set up facing our REM pod that has been surrounded by marbles. Right guys, here we are at 30 East Drive. It's our last episode of Series 2. It's been a good series, hasn't it?
It's been really good. We've hit some very big names like the Ancient Ramin, the Cage, and I think we're finishing on the biggest one now.
Yeah, finishing on East Drive, so it's been a stressful series but a good series. We've really enjoyed it. We've noticed that our fan base has grown a lot this series, and we just want to say a massive thank you. We really appreciate it. We love what we do, and the fact that you guys come watch us and enjoy it as well is just fantastic. So we really appreciate that.
Also, if you're new to the channel, you've just found us now, make sure you give it a like and a subscribe. That would mean the world to us.
Yeah, so just a quick one. Basically, we run a competition on Facebook for this little girl, our trigger object Savannah doll. Now we do change our haunted dolls every series. Unfortunately, Brian broke the one from Series 1, which he's being haunted for. But for Series 2, we've had Savannah doll. She's been interesting, really interesting. And basically, we put a competition on a while ago about who would win her.
We have a winner.
The winner was Gemma, wasn't it, from Facebook? So we'll send this to her. Hopefully she'll do some recording, let us know if she has any happenings with her herself, and keep in touch about it. Maybe even pass her on in the future. So yeah, we just wanted to say that. Congratulations, Gemma. Although it is the end of Series 2, we will be doing a bonus episode as well soon, won't we?
We will, and that'll be released just before Series 3 starts again. And that's going to be the return revisited to Dale's Graveyard.
Yeah, should be good.
Which we'll be having a special guest with us as well.
We will. We've got a special guest with us that night. We are looking into starting Series 3 after Dale's. We haven't actually picked any locations yet. We've got a few in mind, but we haven't picked any. If there's anywhere you want to see us go specific, just comment below, let us know. We'll look into it. We might go there if we can, and you might get to see us where you want to see us.
Yeah, just let us know what you fancy seeing, and we'll do our best to try and make it happen.
Anyway, we hope you enjoy this episode of East Drive. What's the time?
At the moment, it's 10 o'clock.
And we best start our investigation now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're in 30 East Drive and we're about to start our investigation. We are at the staircase as well. So this is where we set up our trigger object Savannah. We've got a locked off camera on Savannah, and we've also got the K2 meter just next to her as well. So hopefully if we get any EMF fluctuations. How's that staircase looking?
Creepy.
REM pod's going off.
Really?
Yeah, can't you hear that?
Well, let's go to it then. Go to the REM pod, mate.
It's gone. Stopped. Okay. Well, that's strange. We'll flip the lights on for a minute again.
No, let's just touch.
So, we just had a camera fail and a REM pod going off.
And we've literally just
and we haven't started yet. Amazing.
Awkward.
It's going off again.
REM pod's going off.
REM pod's going off again. Do you go upstairs?
Yeah, go.
Right.
Watch no get Savannah over.
Up to Mount Savannah.
Go on.
If that's you doing that to our REM pod, can you stop doing that for us, please? What's that?
Thought I had a breath on my right hand shoulder.
Okay. So our original plan, like we were saying, we've got Savannah on the stairs next to the K2 meter to measure any EMF changes. Locked off camera here as well, and we're going to start with an EVP on the staircase. I think I'll
Do
give
you want
that.
to go and sit on the staircase above
Yeah,
Savannah?
I'll give that a go. We want to call out and ask if there's any spirits here present with us at 30 East Drive. My name's Brian and this is Nathan. We mean absolutely no harm whatsoever, but we'd like to meet you. Is there anyone with us? Okay, so we didn't get anything on that EVP. The most commonly known spirit here is the Black Monk. The Black Monk of Pontefract. If you're here with us, Black Monk, will you be able to speak into the device I'm holding, please? And give us a message. The most commonly known spirit here is the Black Monk. The Black Monk of Pontefract. If you're here with us, Black Monk, will you be able to speak into the device I'm holding, please? And give us a message. If there are any spirits in 30 East Drive with us right now today, please could you tell us your names? If there are any spirits in 30 East Drive with us right now today, please could you tell us your names? There's a spirit that was responsible for dragging Diane up the back of these stairs. If that spirit still remains in this house, can you make yourself be known, please?
If you're really as powerful as you claim to be, drag Brian up the stairs.
There's a spirit that was responsible for dragging Diane up the back of these stairs. If that spirit still remains in this house, can you make yourself be known, please? Just have a think on the K2. K2 went to Amber then.
You playing with our trigger object, Savannah doll?
So behind me there's a grandfather clock. Very famous. It's been thrown down these stairs several times. If there's anyone here, can you touch the clock behind us? Can you push it? Can you make a loud bang on there, please? Anything to show me that you're here. If there's anyone here, can you touch the clock behind us? Can you push it? Can you make a loud bang on there, please? Anything to show me that you're here. What I'm going to do, the EVPs I think at the moment have come back a bit unsuccessful. We'll have to analyse them, but I don't think we've got anything on them. I did notice at one point when I was doing one of the EVPs that the K2 meter started to go off. It went to amber at one point. So I'm going to, I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to go and get the K2 meter now and I'm going to try calling out and seeing if I can get some responses on the K2. So I'm just going to take this from Diana, or Savannah. Should I say? You come towards me. I'm holding a box. I'm holding a box with a green light on there. If you touch this box, it will light up even more.
Did you hear like a shuffle behind you then?
I heard something behind me, I don't know what it was.
It was like a foot shuffling on the landing behind you.
I've gone very cold down the back of my neck.
Mm.
Almost as if the breath's going down the back of my neck.
Well, that's good. Come towards Brian and touch the light for us.
Oh, it just gave me a shiver. Right, if you're there, we don't mean any harm. We just want to prove that you're here.
If we can't prove you're here, and things go quiet, sooner or later, another family will move in. Is that what you want?
Do you like being here on your own? Do we mention what you think you saw when we set up?
I was filming the
coal bunker. That's it. You were filming the daytime footage of the house footage of the coal bunker, and I was only round the corner from where the piano was, and you came out talking towards me, but then you carried on walking straight forward, and then I heard you stop, turn and face me and say, "Why are you over there?"
Yeah, I saw a figure basically in the hall at the bottom of the stairs that I was just presumed was Brian. It's just in my peripheral vision, just presumed it was Brian. I was walking towards it, talking to Brian, and then when I heard his voice come from the side of me, I turned around, and then when I turned back to where I was looking, the figure had vanished.
The confusion on your face was absolutely brilliant.
Right, we've done an EVP session at the stairs, and we've tried the K2 meter and had no luck. So we're going to go upstairs, we're going to try the laser grid, we're going to have a go with the Spirit Box and see if we can get anything to play with the REM pod. REM pod's already gone off once tonight, so might get some luck. We've also set up some trigger objects up there, marbles, so we'll see if any of those have been moved. Right, follow me.
Right, do you want me to go and get the Spirit Box?
Yeah, if you want.
Right. He's going crazy here too.
If you're in here with me, stop playing with the REM pod. Leave it now.
That's really hard to carry.
Oh, that's well weird.
What's that?
I was told it to stop playing with the K2, it just totally stopped.
The REM pod.
REM pod, sorry. I want to know, is the Black Monk of Pontefract here with us?
What's that?
If you are here, why do you stay here? Why do you remain in 30 East Drive? There's a male voice trying to come through. It's really husky indeed. Is that you trying to talk to me?
Is that my name?
That's twice I think I've heard that.
I've heard... You're trying to talk to me?
You're trying to communicate with Brian.
Manipulate the sounds coming through this box. Give us a message.
Why do you try and scare the innocent people that come here? Angry. What are you angry about?
Are you angry that we're here?
Sounded like an expletive there, beginning with C.
Really?
Yeah. Right. Was it you who set our REM pod off earlier on? The object in the middle of our marbles. If it was, could you do it again for us? Show us you can set our REM pod off again. We're not going to leave 30 East Drive until we have some evidence that we're here. So make a noise, show yourself to one of our laptop cameras, talk to me through this device, or set our REM pod off. Play with Savannah doll on the stairs. Just said leave then, anyway.
Just said leave?
Yeah.
I thought I said leave. If you want us to leave, can you say that again for us, please?
What's your name? People call you Fred and Mr. Nobody. What should we call you?
How many spirits are at 30 East Drive?
6.
6.
6, that was a clear number then.
That was clear as hell.
Yeah. 6. What are your names?
What's your name?
Well, the 6 people whose spirits stay here, were they killed on these grounds? Right. I want you to come towards the REM pod in the middle of the room. Watch what I do. I go near the REM pod and it goes off. We know you've done this tonight because we've seen it go off, we've heard it go off. We've got it going off on the laptop cameras. Now, as soon as we separated earlier on, you did it. I want you to do it now. Don't be afraid, we don't mean you no harm. Just touch the device in the middle of the room. I'm going to try this because it happened at the ancient Rome. I want to knock on this door. I want you to knock back.
Repeat the pattern. Right, okay, so we've just done a laser grid session and a spirit box session in bedroom 2, and we're now going to split up. You're going to take bedroom 1,
Yep.
and you're going to do some EVPs.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going to do some EVPs. Might try and find a trigger object. There's some dolls in there. Just see if we can get any movement or activity, basically.
Yeah, so best of luck.
Best of
Keep
luck.
your walkie-talkie on you,
Yeah.
and I'll see you in a bit.
Okay. Right, I'm going to start off. I'm going to place this ball on the bed. Now, if there's anybody in here with me, I want you to move the ball. Bounce it, throw it, roll it. Do whatever you can to the ball on the bed. Whatever you can. Move it, roll it. I say that objects are always moved around and thrown around in here. So surely moving a little ball should be no problem. Move the ball. Throw it back to me. Roll it off the bed. Go and roll the ball off the bed for me. It's only a small ball. What I'm asking you to do is roll it off the bed. Creepy ass dolls in. Right, I'll throw the ball on the floor and take myself a seat on the bed. Is anybody in here with me? Pick the ball up off the floor and throw it back on the bed for me. Do something for me. Move something. Say that a figure appears in front of people in this room. Will you appear in front of my camera? Really creepy ass doll. Move something. Move one of the dolls. I'm here all alone in the dark. Come and do something. I have to say, guys, it is quite creepy in here on my own. However, nothing seems to be happening at the minute. Not to say there's nothing here, but it does seem awfully quiet at the minute. Perhaps this Black Monk of Pontefract is perhaps he's more afraid of us than we are him. Just don't know. I'll try one more thing. Right. Let's place a torch on the bed. There's a torch on the bed. I want you to turn the torch off. Make the torch go dim. Turn it off. Come on, use your energy and turn the torch off for me. Let the torch go dim for me.
Try and push this too. If I can. Right. Can't seem to get the door to close fully behind me. Unless I'm going to trap my fingers, that's not probably a good idea. Right, so basically guys, I've re-entered the building. Nathan's gone and waited in the car, and I'm now doing a lone vigil in the coal bunker. At the ancient ram-in, it was Nathan who did a lone vigil in the upstairs area. I'm in the coal bunker, which is, as we've previously said, a bit of a hotspot for activity. It was where Mr. Pritchard himself was locked in, so I guess that's still that's still a possibility, actually, saying that, with that door open behind me. And it's where basically he saw a figure manifesting behind him, which I'm now staring at the display of the camera, and I'm sure I'll probably pick that up and I'll probably see it happen before my own eyes if it does. So that should be interesting. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to call out. I've got an EVP device with me, and I'm going to start by asking again, is there any spirits in this house with me right now? You've got me all alone. So show me that you're here. Listen to that back. Oh, it's freezing in here. Is there any spirits in this house with me right now? You've got me all alone. So show me that you're here. Yeah, nothing I could hear. Been a relatively quiet night actually at 30 East Drive, but we so far know we've got some weird responses on the Spirit Box. Yeah. Earlier on we heard a husky male's voice try to come through on the Spirit Box. Was this you trying to communicate with us? I've just heard movement behind me. Is that you behind me? If it is, make a loud bang for me. I just heard a bang. It was more like a tap again. Could be the old house. Earlier on we heard a husky male's voice try to come through on the Spirit Box. Was this you trying to communicate with us? I've just heard movement behind me. Is that you behind me? If it is, make a loud bang for me. Whilst me and Nathan have been here most of the day now, most of the night, setting up our equipment, we've heard many bangs upstairs whilst we've been downstairs. Was this you creating these bangs? Can you please replicate it and do it once more for us? Give us a loud knock. Knock twice for us if you're here, please. Whisper something into the device in my hand. Tell me what your name is. Just heard a shuffle upstairs. Fucking hell! Okay. Sorry for my language. That's been the loudest bang of the night. Right, thank you for doing that for me. That was really, really good. If that was you, could you knock once more? Knock twice for me to confirm it was you. Oh, that's like touching me. Okay, didn't hear anything that time. However, that bang was ridiculously loud. It shook where I'm stood now. Probably the rest of the building actually made me jump out my skin. Okay. I'm going to leave this one EVP recording the whole time. We're going to analyse this one. I'm going to set it off now. We'll listen to this back after. Black Monk, or whoever you are who haunts 30 East Drive. Whoever you are, you're a mischievous spirit. You've played people up. You've grabbed them. You've pushed them. You've dragged them up the stairs. You've thrown things at them. You've made loud bangs. And you've made your arms and hands appear out of walls. If you can do anything to show me that you're here right now, anything clear cut, lock me in this bunker, appear to me now, or to one of our cameras. I'll be very grateful. Mean no harm. We come with full respect. I've seen other investigators come into the coal bunker and you've pushed them. Can you do the same to me? Can you push me into the wall behind me? I can hear like a scratching sound, but behind me. Which makes no sense. Do you have any messages? Anything you want to say to me? Now's your time. We've caught many disembodied voices over our investigation. Fucking hell, what was that? I think that was my hallucination. We've caught many disembodied voices over our investigations. Can you please give us one? What does the Black Monk have to say to us? You said you were angry on the Spirit Box earlier. Do you want us to leave? Do you want me to leave? If you want me to leave, I'll leave this house now and me and Nathan will go. Right, I'm going to listen to that one back, we'll analyse it, and if we get some results, we'll post them on the video. But for now, I think that's enough time in the coal bunker. Surprised I lasted after that bang, to be fair. Right guys, that's the end of the lone vigil for me in the coal bunker. That bang scared the hell out of me, not gonna lie. Surprised I've lasted that long, if I'm honest. But I did it, so I'm chuffed. Right, that marks the end of that. I'm now going to go and get Nathan from the car. Thank you for watching. We hope you've enjoyed it, and stick around. Series 3 very soon. Thank you.